Hey everybody, it is Heather and today is Friday, November 22nd and I'm back with a brand new journal. I did not get to film last week because I had to go to my daughter's school, her college, pick her up, bring her home for an orthodontist appointment and then take her back. So the day kind of got away from me. So I didn't get to film, but I'm back today and we are gonna catch up. So I only have one finished object and I am going to insert a video here to show it to you because it is downstairs and I do not want to go downstairs and film because my kids are watching a science TV show for part of their homeschooling today. So I'm going to insert the video here. So my other finished object is this garland that I did. I kind of like, I guess you could say, finger crocheted long strings, and then I finger crocheted the long strings doubly or twice. So yeah, so it's like, let me see if I can find a spot that's good to show you. Like it's held double also, the yarn. So originally I had made magic knot balls of red and white yarn, held double so I could make some random crazy looking red and white blanket, but I got tired of that idea. They've been sitting for a while. So I made these garlands to hang up my 2 yarn advents. So I'm gonna step back and show you. Please ignore my unmade Christmas tree. But the top is the Greatest Showman Advent by Castle View Yarns here, and the bottom one is Artemis Yarns, the Medusa calendar. So this is probably a better way to show you. Like I finger crocheted the loop where you pull it through and then you keep pulling it through over and over, like slip knots that you keep going, the chain of slip knots. And then once I had enough of it, I did it again doubly, so it made it thicker. And yeah, so it's like random, like some of it is red and white, and then some is all white, and then some's all red, like right there. And right there is red and sparkly. Some is sparkly, some is not. But I kind of like it. It's homemade looking and that's kind of what I like. So yeah, this is one of my finished objects. Okay, so you saw the garland that I made. I'm going to show you the magic knot ball type things I was talking about. This is a bunch of random acrylic yarns that I have made knot balls, magic knot balls with. And I have these 4 up here and I have more downstairs. I went through my stash a couple years ago and I'm such a mess. I made magic knot balls out of all the red and white yarn that I had that was acrylic because I was going to make a bunch of NICU blankets in red and white for Christmas. But I never got around to it because when I think of Christmas, like red and white makes me think of candy canes. So I thought it would be cute and not traditional like red and green. So I got all the white and red acrylic out, which is never a good idea to take all of one color out of your stash, but that's okay. So I made these magic knot balls and they've been sitting in the closet in bags, in a bag, whatever, for a while. And I decided to do something with them. So I made that garland. And then I'm just wrapping them back up. See, what I did was I held one strand of this and one of this, I'm gonna say. It doesn't really matter which one, but this one, because they weren't like a worsted weight, I held 2 strands together when I made this magic knot ball, so that now it's like holding 2 number 4s together and you get kind of like a more of a bulkier weight. So it would go faster was my original idea. And it did. The garlands took up quite a bit. I don't know how many grams or anything like that because they're already hung up. I can't really tell you. But I made them both in one day. No big deal. It was cute, fun. See, what I was trying to explain was when you make a slip knot, what I did was I just did this over and over. I mean, it was smoother when I was downstairs because, you know, now that I'm on camera, it's not going to be as smooth. But that's what I did. I made a bunch of the skinnier chain, like a long skinny chain, but remember I held two doubles so they were thicker than this. And then I went back with this chain and I did the same thing over it, so it was like a double thickness. hope that makes better sense than it did in the other part. So that's my only finished object. I have a ton of this yarn left. I still have enough to do at least one baby blanket because these 4 are not the only balls that I have of this. And if I wanted to, I could just like knit or crochet just holding one, you know, just regularly without holding 2 doubly so that it would be bigger. I could do that. And then whenever the red and white change, it just changes and it's random and it's, you know, unique. I like unique stuff because I'm a basic weirdo. 1 second, I need to sip the drink. Yes, please don't make fun of me about my drink. I'm having a mental breakdown, it feels like some days. It didn't feel like getting a cup. Sometimes it just feels like inside of my head. So yeah, this is organic apple juice. 50-50 diluted with water because I don't really want that much sugar. So, and isn't it funny when you open up a bag that you've been using and you find the most random things in it? I found an inhaler, a pair of scissors, one of my daughter's candy wrappers was all in the bag with the red and white yarn. Kids. Okay, so we're gonna go to works in progresses. I'm about to show you one that I'm very proud of because boy is she growing and I am so happy. Okay, so as you know, as I told you 2 weeks ago, that I am knitting a dress. Of course I don't have the, do I not have the first page? Come on, oh, there we go, the first page. So I can tell you who it's by. I'm making the Groovy dress by Sashiko Bergen. This is the dress. The dress does not have the black part because that's just a long sleeve shirt that she wore underneath. Because I believe that in one of the comments on her Ravelry page, somebody asked, is it see-through because all your pictures have a shirt underneath? And she's like, no, it's not see-through. It was cold when we took the pictures. So this is the dress that I am making. I originally planned on making this with 2 advent calendars. I was going to knit 2 Pineapple Yarns advent calendars from previous years. However, I don't know that I'm going to need both advent calendars. I may, but I may not. I am surprised at how far these advent calendars are actually going. Let me show you what I mean. This is my dress. Okay, so ignore the top because it needs its finishing work, obviously, okay? So I am already past where the bottom of my booty. So I already have a dress length and I'm only on day, let's see, the 10th color. So I'm only on the 10th skein. So so that would be like 38 more colors. 24, 34, yeah, 38 more colors. I don't know that it's gonna need that many. I really don't. Let's see. I have, the first color is to here, give or take. Here's the second color, the third color, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and I'm on the 11th, which can't, the 10th and 11th, I don't see a difference in it yet, but then I'm only a couple rounds into the 11th skein. So I'm on the 11th skein, barely, and like I said, this dress is already, let's see. Quite long. I mean, it's a better way to show it, isn't it? Yeah. So it's already technically like a regular, I guess, mini dress length. I am intending to go as far down as I can, but my husband brought up a good point last night. Excuse me. This is fingering weight. I'm drawing blank here. It is fingering weight yarn, soft yarn. It is going to grow. So, how much is it going to grow? How far should I knit it before I need to block it to see how much it's going to grow? Because that's actually a concern now, because if I block this, it's going to grow because it's superwash yarn. It's going to grow, and the weight of it is going to pull it down. So like I really want, I'm thinking about doing the finishing work at the top, which I figured out what I'm going to do with this. I think I figured out what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to use the last color in the fade, because with the Pineapple Yarn Advent, it started out with this pinky purpley color and it's fading like yellow to orange and then back to pink. So it would kind of match this better than the first color in the next Advent would, because that's like a bluish, purplish, and pinkish color, I think. I can't remember. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish off the, do the crocheting edge that she recommended on both the sleeves and the neckline, and then I'm going to block it after I finish. I originally was going to do it after I finished the entire Advent, but I might just do it after I finish this color, like go ahead and do a wet block just to see how much it grows, because I am actually thinking that it won't need both. I don't know, I could be completely wrong, because the pattern calls for, let's see, my size, I don't remember what size I'm making. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, the 8th size. So my pattern size to get the maxi is calling for 400-gram balls of finger weight yarn, which is, I don't know. I am so losing my mind right now. That's the page I'm on. Okay. I'm on the last page of the pattern. The pattern is super, super, super simple. If you've ever knitted a tank top, you just knit the tank top and you keep going. You just make increases. I made my increases differently to begin with, or different to begin with, because I didn't pay attention, so I just made them my own way. I increased, once I got to where she recommended increasing after the waist shape. I did do some waist shaping. I did like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I think 1, 2, 3. No, that's the decrease. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I did 3 decreases, and then I did the increases back to the original, so you had that much or whatever. That much waste. Oh, I am losing it. Guys, please bear with me. It's been a week, as my neighbor likes to say. Every time I ask my neighbor, how are you doing? He always says, it's been a day. It's been a day. Always. It does not matter if I see him at 8 o'clock in the morning and I say, how are you? It's been a day. I'm like, how long a day has it been? It's only like 8 o'clock in the morning. Whatever. So I increased 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't put one there. 6. So I did 6 increase rounds for the hippie area. The hippie, almost hippie knitter. I'm going to show you the schematic, so this makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, so I did the waist. I didn't do as much because, I'm not tiny like her. I did do the increases here to make it more flowy, so it won't be skin tight, because like I said, this is my cruise dress. My goal is to finish it by January 28th or the 29th. So it's done, and I guess the 28th, so I can block it, because the 29th I should be packing and the 30th I leave. So there's that. Fun times ahead. I might be the only person who does not look forward to going on cruises with my family, because it's just me, my mother-in-law, and my sister-in-law as a bonding experience. And no offense, mother-in-law, she's cool and all, I guess, but me, her, and my sister-in-law don't really have any personality traits that are similar. So, like, to me, they're both boring, and I'm not boring. And that's me. They might think the same of me. They might think I'm crazy. They have been known to call me a little bit eccentric and nuts. So that's neither here nor there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is another work in progress. It is the Musselburgh hat that I showed you 3 weeks ago, and I told you, oh, I'll show you. Oh, one more thing about the dress. The last time I saw you, this is how fast I'm knitting this. I was right here, okay? And then I've knit all of that since I saw you 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So that's pretty good. So the dress is moving quickly, but I'm also not putting much effort into anything else. So that's the problem. This is the Musselburgh hat. I'm back to this. Guys, I am so sorry. I almost don't. It's okay. This is the hat that I'm making. I'm making it for my husband now, I think. This yarn is very different than what I thought it was when I first started making it. I am using this Lang yarn. I do not have the label for it. My daughter gifted to me. It may be in my Ravelry page, and it may not. This yarn is cool. It's very unique. It's very soft, and I've noticed that when I got deeper into the little bally thing, it was pulled apart. So like, it's almost like they broke the yarn. Instead of doing a tie-in, they just started with another, strand of yarn and just kept going, which is okay, I guess. But like, it was kind of surprising because I didn't notice it when I was knitting, and I knit right up to where it was broke, and I'm like, oh, really? But that's okay. And a few places, the yarn is kind of the plies, well, it's not really plies, but it's very thin yarn. It's unspun, that is twisted. Is the way to say that. It's unspun, but it's twisted. So it's like a big chunk of the light, let's say the light color here is like broken. And so like all this piece would be fuzzed back to here. And then I would only have like one ply here or one twist of yarn. And then that's noticeable to me in the hat. So maybe when I block it, it will pan out better. I don't know. But at this point, I am not 100% sure that I'm going to continue on as a Musselburgh hat. Started out like a Musselburgh hat, but I'm probably just going to do like maybe a folded brim and just finish it. I don't really want to knit it anymore. The yarn is like not my favorite to work with. I don't like unplied yarn. I don't like just soft twisted yarn because I break it too much. My life is a little too rambunctious and rough on things to have this soft type of yarn lying around. So I'm actually thinking that I might just go ahead and knit a brim, or not even a brim. I might just knit a little bit longer instead of a brim and just like fold it under, kind of like a fake Musselburgh. Like it would be like that. So it's like a brim, but it's still all in stockinette, and then just, knit it together on the inside. I might do that because that would probably make me just as happy, so I can give this to my husband for Christmas, because I am not going to make those socks anymore. I did not bring them up here, but I will tell you what my plan is with that. There is a charity called Socks for Sam on Instagram where there's a special needs guy who likes fun socks, and they put out like a call to knit him single socks, which is really cool. So I'm going to send that one sock that I have been making with that Regia yarn to that charity, because I just don't want to knit that yarn right now. I'm gonna put the ball and the quarter that I have left back into my stash, and potentially one day later make shorties or socks for my son or something that are smaller, because I have zero desire to knit that yarn right now. It's just not what I want to knit at all. I want to knit brighter colors because I'm having a little bit of a mental health moment, and I'm trying to brighten myself up with bright colors. So that's one of the reasons I don't really want to work on this too, I think, because it's too moody. I don't know. It's just not, it's not what I want to knit on. Let me take a sip. I know there are people probably out there right now watching this cringing at the fact that I'm drinking out of that juice bottle, and I am so sorry. But literally, like, it's my juice bottle. Nobody else is going to drink out of it. And it's a lot of water. Actually, I need to water it down a little bit more because it's still too sweet tasting. It's just what I'm doing. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you is a pair of ballerina leg warmers for my little girl. I knit her the first one. She started ballet this past Monday, and she's so cute. She's 5, and she's so tiny, and I wanted to make her some leg warmers to be like a real ballerina, because she's only 5. she is a ballerina now. She's my baby ballerina. I knit her a pair of slouchy leg warmers. I need to sew in my ends, so I just put that in so I could take a picture of it. So I have the first one finished. Her leg is like, this comes up to her knee, but we're gonna like scrunch them at the bottom of her ankle to give them like this. Oh, cute. So I have one finished. I knit this, I did a 2x2 cuff, and a bunch of rounds for a stockinette, and then I did the same 2x2 cuff on the bottom. I did 7 rounds on both sides. I am holding 2 yarns together to make it a DK weight because I did find a pattern, and I will leave a link down below to where I got the pattern, or I will leave a link down below to my Ravelry page, which has where the pattern is listed. It is an expression fiber pattern. It's a free pattern. It's a DK weight, like slouchy ballet leg warmer pattern. I say ballet because I typed in ballet leg warmers, and that was one of the things that came up. So I am using Stress Knits yarn in her favorites base, which is 80/20. I bought a 50-gram skein, and this is the colorway My Jam. It's like, this to me is ballet pink. It's very much a soft ballet pink. The second color I am using is this. I do not have a colorway for it. I do have the label, but it does not have a color on it. It is House of Wool, which I'm thinking is House of Wool, and it is Fancy Sock, 75% superwash merino wool, 20% nylon, and 5% gold stellina. And it is perfect because the sparkle in this is absolutely just what I needed to push this over the top. And these two colors do look good together. They actually look really good. I went through my stash and I overthought these leg warmers so much. I pulled out every finger and weight skein I had of baby pink, soft rainbow, unicorny type colors. And then I settled on this because originally I was gonna make them in a worsted weight or a DK weight. I had found a worsted weight pattern, and I was gonna make them out of like, you know, acrylic yarn or like some velvety type yarn from like Michaels, but it's like, no, I really want them to be better. I want people to look at her and like, oh, she's so cute. She's got her ballet slippers on, or her ballet, you know, leg warmers. So I went with wool because she's my princess. So I am finished the first one minus sewing in the ends, and I am now on the second one. These are super quick to make because they are DK weight. They are being knit on 5.5 millimeter needles, which is exciting because I'm like, where's the other needle? I'm just using a cheap wooden set from Amazon because I wanted bigger DPNs for, you know, like sweaters and stuff, and these fit the bill. I mean, are they the best needles in the world? No, but they are fine to do something small like this with. So I will probably finish this today just because it's cute. I might not finish it today, but I will definitely have this finished before I see you again, and I will show you the finished little leg warmers. They're so cute. So that is my next work in progress. I have one more to show you, and then I have something that I'm going to cast on. It's on my list to cast on today. So I have been making my daughter this blanket. It is a granny square, continuous granny square, I guess is what they call it. My idea is to make 3 of these, seam them together long ways, and then put a border around it to make it like a twin size blanket for a twin size bed. I am running low on one of the colors, so I am not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I am running low on this center pinky color, which kind of changed my plan. Like, my original plan was I was gonna make the 3 squares exactly the same, but they do not make that pink color anymore. It has been discontinued, so I do not have any more of it. I have a little ball left. So now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about the colors. I have found one in a D-stash on, I think, eBay, but I don't even know if buying one more would be enough to do the plan that I had. So this is all I have left of that pinky color, which seems like a lot, but it's not a lot. It's actually not a lot at all. I have this one. Jesus. I love balls, but sometimes they get on my nerves. And then I have this color, which is still being made and sold. Oh, that's the one attached to it. Oh, goodness. And then I have this color. This one is how I'm going to tell you what the yarn is. They are Karen Blossom cakes. And this one is in the color Blossoms, the irony. I like this yarn. It's very soft. It is a medium 4-weight yarn. It is 61% cotton, 39% acrylic. It is a blown yarn where they have the mesh netting and then it's blown with soft, fuzzy, little halo fibers. I do like these cakes. I wish they still made that pinky color, but they don't. So I am using a H 5mm clover hook to crochet this blanket. And do you see the little bumps on the end? My little dog got a hold of this and he chewed it. I'm so glad he didn't ruin the rubbery part, because I do like the clover hooks a lot. Funny thing is, my husband's bought me an entire set of these clover hooks for, like, I think my birthday or something. I lost the whole set. This is the only hook that I still have. I lost the set. I've looked everywhere. I've rearranged all my furniture since then multiple times, and I cannot find the set of hooks. Don't know where they're at. So last time I showed you this blanket, I've only put in one round. I put this beige round around it because at this point I think I'm gonna do a few rounds of the beige, and then I'm gonna see if it's big enough at that point to just lay across the top of a twin size bed. Then I'm going to start the next square, and then I will make one more square, and then once it's done I will seam them up like lengthways, like, you know, this side, seam them, and then I will go back and I will put like some type of border that goes across the sides and the bottom. So like 3 of the edges, not the top, because that's where, you know, you cover up. So I think it'll be super cute when I'm done with this. Now I might even like make a ruffle edge that like hangs down on the edge a little bit, just to be like super girly, because I'm in the process of making my little girl her own bedroom. I'm at the very beginning process of making my little girl her own bedroom, because her and her brother have shared a bedroom. They neither one sleep in their bedrooms, but they have a shared bedroom. Now that my teenage daughter has gone to college, my youngest will get her own bedroom, and my oldest will stay in her room when she comes in for the weekends. So there's that. So that is all the works in progresses that I have. If you have not watched this far, you won't even know this, but I'm gonna say I'm sorry for the craziness of this video. It's been a week, as my neighbor would say. So I'm about to cast on, for my daughter's boyfriend, her first boyfriend, a Musselburgh hat for Christmas. His favorite color is green. I went digging through my stash and I found this perfect dark green yarn, fingering weight yarn, that I'm going to make him a Musselburgh hat out of. And it is this. Guys, look at this color. It's like a black green, but it's not really showing as good. All the podcasters say this. It's not really showing as green. It's actually got a little bit more green into it. This looks more like a black green, but it's actually more of a green black. It's so pretty. It is called Pining for December by Smash Knits Fiber Goods. It is a 85-15 superwash merino and nylon fingering weight 4-ply yarn, 437 yards to 100 grams, and it's a super soft base. It says happily hand dyed on the Canadian prairies. I know nothing of this company. I bought this in a D-stash to help somebody out, and I don't even know who I bought it from because I don't remember. I have no idea where this yarn came from. I know obviously it was dyed in Canada, but I'm going to make him a Musselburgh hat out of this because I think that that's it's a hat that could fit anybody if it's just stretched. And he does kind of look like he has a bigger head than me. So I'm thinking that I might make him the next size up. I think I've been making the adult medium. I might make the adult large for Israel because he's kind of got a big head. No offense, please. So that's all that I really have today. This has been an utterly chaotic video, and I am so sorry. My mind has kind of been all over the place lately with the holidays coming and just life in general, and I am very sorry. I hope you liked the video enough that you watched it, and if not, next week I promise will not be as chaotic. Granted, next week will be Black Friday. I will probably still film a video because Black Friday, I don't do Black Friday shopping. I only do online shopping. I don't shop in stores if I don't have to, so you won't catch me out there Black Friday shopping. So that is all I have to show you today. I will see you again actually on Monday because I have a side note to film. And yeah, so I will see you on Monday with my, what am I calling, side notes? My side note. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe and keep hope alive, guys. Peace.